And we're live. Hello and welcome to the football podcast for Monday, 31st of August. I'm joined as always by a certain Adam Galau to discuss the hottest stories surrounding the footballing world.
Hello, Theo. It is a pleasure to be here. And without further ado, let us commence this podcast.
Indeed, in today's edition of the football podcast, we will be covering everything from transfer stories to an England squad dropout.
Yep, that is right, Theo. And I will start off with an exciting signing or potential. Not potential. Actually, it has been confirmed. That Tottenham has signed Matt Doherty for about 12 million, our sources are saying, though this is not confirmed. I think he's a great player who has great attacking impact, but is very adequate defensively. Theo, your thoughts?
Yeah, as you said, Adam, 12 million is a very small price tag for such a talented player as he. He signed for Wolves in 2010, so he's been with the Wolves since 2010. That's a decade now. He spent most of his footballing career there since joining from Bohemians in Ireland. So he's really he's grown a lot at Wolves, and I think I don't know if he's outgrown the club. I honestly think it would have been best for him to stay. It would have been best for Wolves' interest. And I think 12 million is an absolute steal. That's brilliant negotiating from Jose Mourinho. If our sources speak truth about the transfer fee. He signed a 4-year deal, which will take him to the age of 32. He's 28 years old, and it will last until 2024. Now, Adam, we are on to our second topic, and this is back to Chelsea. Now, in our previous podcast, we were discussing how Chilwell could sign later on Wednesday. I said it could have been minutes. I said it was going to happen in daylight. It did happen during daylight. Ben Chilwell signed for Chelsea. Put pen to paper, 5-year deal, 50 million or so. Malang Sarr will join Chelsea. He has joined Chelsea on a 5-year deal. He'll be loaned out elsewhere to gain first-team experience. And Thiago Silva, which is a short-term fix to Chelsea's defensive problems, who will join on a 1-year deal with the option of a further 1-year extension at the end of that time. So these are very good signings for Chelsea. We're also hearing news that Kai Havertz has agreed personal terms with Chelsea. We know this already, but now a fee has also been agreed worth up to £72 million with £8 million in add-ons, which would add up to £80 million, which is actually £10 million less than Leverkusen's asking price all those months ago, as we've said previously. Adam, your thoughts?
Well, I said this last episode, and I think that these signings almost prove it, what my point, which is Roman Abramovich is really willing to splash the cash. These are some big money signings, big names. Thiago Silva, Ben Chilwell, and I think the star signing, even though those are stellar names, is Kai Havertz. He is a brilliant player, and I think that Silva, as you say, is a short-term fix to Chelsea's defensive problems. But Chilwell could also help in that department. And Sarr, as for Sarr, I think that it will be a confidence booster to be approached by such a great club at his age. And it should propel him in his career once he gets some first-team football. Also, we have heard from Peter Bosch that it is unlikely that he will train with us again, most definitely confirming that Kai Havertz is on the way. Though that moves us on to Messi. We know he wants to leave, and he is edging closer to a City move to reunite with Pep Guardiola. What thoughts, Theo?
Yeah, I'm actually getting news right here from my sources, and my sources are saying that Messi no longer considers himself a Barcelona player, which is huge, which means that he's definitely on the way out, which is obviously very sad. Probably the end of an era as far as Barcelona are concerned. Treble-winning team, of course, in the end of the 2015 season. But, yeah, he looks like he's going to reunite with Pep Guardiola at Manchester City, and it seems as if a matter of days, maybe a week and a half, no matter the amount of time, it will happen. I'm sure of it. So yeah, that's the latest on Messi there.
Yup. We do need to remember, though, that deadline day is closing in for some of the big European leagues. And that they have to be quick if they want to sign him before deadline day. But I think that if it will definitely happen by January of next year, maybe even on a pre-contract agreement. Moving on to Donny van de Beek, the Ajax midfielder, part of a key player in that 2018-19 Ajax side that stunned Europe with tantalizing and scintillating passing play. He was a key in that. And he has agreed terms with Manchester United, though the fee has not yet been agreed. Theo, your thoughts?
Yeah, Manchester United are also looking to splash the cash, responding to their local rivals who are definitely willing to splash the cash as well, with the additions of Nathan Ake and Ferran Torres. And then, as we said, Messi, of course, which is a huge one. But I think Donny van de Beek, I thought at one point he was going to Barcelona. It looked imminent. We were discussing a few months ago that he was actually on his way to Real Madrid. What is this another? Is this another story which turns out not to be true? Is this another story that are these negotiations going to fall through again? What we do know is that he has agreed personal terms with the club, and a fee is yet to be agreed. Manchester United are willing to offer about £40 million. So I think, I personally think he's worth more, closer to about £60 million. I think he's a very good player. So yeah, those are my thoughts on Donny van de Beek's future potential signing, going off to Manchester United. Now, moving on, we are talking about Everton, and we got 3 points here. And we're going to start with Alan. So, Alan, he has agreed, we know that he's agreed, that there's been a fee agreed, within the range of about £25 million plus add-ons, adding up to about £28 million, we think. Which is huge. I think Alan could add a lot of experience to that midfield. A lot of young guns in there for Everton that are looking very promising. So that could be a very good addition. Alan, who's not yet done and dusted with his as far as his career is concerned, but definitely would be a very good short-term fix, just like Thiago Silva. Now we are this point is concerning James Rodriguez. And it would appear that he is going to move to Everton, fee undisclosed, but he should complete a medical as late as Wednesday, so that's very soon. So Everton fans should expect to see James Rodriguez in an Everton shirt very, very soon. What we also know is that Michael Keane will be staying in an Everton shirt for another 5 years. He's committed his future at the Toffees until 2025. So I think he's a very key defender for Everton. So that's a very good contract agreement there. Adam, what are your thoughts here on the Merseyside Blues deal making?
Well, it is a lot to take in on the Everton front. A lot of signings for such a big name signings as well for a small name club. I'm quite interested in in James Rodriguez's almost fall from grace. There was a period in 2014 when he was considered the next great talent of the world, going to be the next Messi or Ronaldo. But unfortunately, it didn't quite pan out like that for him. He moved to Bayern Munich, didn't have a great time there, and it's really only gone downhill since then. And as for Allen, I think that he does have a couple, I'd say, as a midfielder, he probably has. I would give him another 4 years in his legs. And it's still quite a big deal. 25 million for Everton, that's a big deal. And then as for Michael Keane, he has, I think, been one of the most consistent Everton players this season. And he deserves a 5-year deal with the Toffees.
Yep.
Moving on to a painful subject, Theo, please say it and spare me of my misery.
Yep. This is the Community Shield. League winners Liverpool squared off against FA Cup winners Arsenal. Now, there was an opener from Aubameyang, scored his 5th goal at Wembley, I believe, in 4 weeks. So, obviously got, I think, 2 against Man City, got another against Chelsea, and then he got 1 against Liverpool, and then also tucked away the penalty at the very end of the shootout, which saw Arsenal complete a 2nd trophy win in the space of 4 weeks, which is fantastic as far as Mikel Arteta is concerned. I think there's a lot of promise in the team. They're a very happy squad at the moment. I think the real question is, can they keep this up ahead of their Premier League season? Can they make top 4? I think it's going to be a very tough ask of this team to go up against the likes of title contenders Chelsea, to go up against Man City, who have been splashing the cash, future Donny van de Beek holders Man United. So I don't know if they can make it. Europe League qualification looks something easily manageable for them. So yeah, pretty exciting stuff for Arsenal at the moment. And finally, just as you go, we are discussing the England squad. There's been lots of drama discussing Harry Maguire, who was dropped from it. And now there's more. And this is what we're hearing, is that Marcus Rashford, due to an injury, I think it's the heel, I'm not quite sure, has been dropped from the England squad due to injury. And Jack Grealish, who we were talking about in our previous episode, has replaced Marcus Rashford. So really good stuff for him, and it shows Jack Grealish that he's almost there. He's almost made it. So I think the message that Gareth Southgate is trying to send to Grealish is just you need to push a little bit more. If you can keep your side up again, I think that'd be great. So yeah, Adam, your thoughts to close off the podcast?
I mean, I think Jack Grealish is unquestionably up to scratch to be on the England squad. I think what, as you were saying, he wants to prove is that to Grealish that Grealish Gareth Southgate wants to prove to Grealish that, and just say, look, you're good enough, but you just have to keep up the consistency and keep playing at the high level, and you'll have a first team's place very soon. So, with that said, we shall end off the podcast here. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Turn on post notifications if you enjoy listening to our podcasts. And thank you for listening. Goodbye.
Goodbye from Adam, and goodbye from me. Bye-bye.